This ain't rock and roll. This is genocide. You know, as our country slides further and further into not only enabling a genocide, but taking part in one, that becomes less fun to say.
Yeah.
Speaking of, this is Bowie's. I'm Dan, that's Erik.
Speaking of genocide.
We're here.
We made it.
We made it. I think we've taken longer to record. We've taken longer, but this is one of our longer
Breaks?
periods of breaks. Yes.
Yeah.
We're right in the middle of it, of the squishy center of the 80s.
Still on a break.
So, Erik, how long did it take you to listen to this album? Initially?
Several weeks.
Yeah.
And now I've listened to it a bunch of times. I famously, in preparation for this episode, fell asleep while listening to this album several hours ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I couldn't really be bothered to put together. I think I might hate this album more than I thought I did.
You might, which is why I took over.
Yeah.
I have things to say about the album.
Okay.
As I'm eating popcorn that I shouldn't be doing while recording a podcast.
Fine. As long as Jimmy's not listening, but I don't think he does.
Jimmy doesn't listen to anything. Certainly not
people with mesothelioma. That is what it's called, right? That's not the mesothelioma.
Not mesothelioma. No, that's when you've inhaled too much asbestos.
Misophonia? Misophonia.
Oh, that's probably it. Yeah.
Misophonia.
Oh, now you're in Bowie territory.
Yeah. So people in Mesopotamia.
Mesopotamia.
Don't listen to this while Erik is eating his popcorn.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Hammurabi.
Oh, the world's falling apart.
Wow! Look at the great the references we're pulling out here.
Yeah,
yeah.
Just like Bowie's albums, they get better. All right, Erik.
There's more about Hammurabi.
You're steering this ship. I'm just here.
All right. Hey, everybody. All right. So 1987. Right?
Correct? First year for music.
Yeah, not a lot happening in 1987 that we all love.
I've often been fascinated by this year in music because I don't know if this is the case for everyone, but across the board for the musicians that I like, 1987, assuming they were making music up to that time and during that time, is often where their either best or absolute worst album is.
Their sensibilities shifted.
Yeah. And are you aware of what happened in 1987?
No, go ahead and tell me a little bit about 1987.
Okay, because here's the thing.
General.
Here's the thing that I had always been like fascinated by this, and I was like, what is it about 1987? Because this album came out in 1987. A bunch of other. I mean, everyone, take a moment. Look at the dates on the CDs that you have put in the box in the garage. We'll wait. Find the ones that have 1987 as the release date, and there's probably something weird about that album. It could be good, or it could be trash, or just this weird, like, what the hell happened thing. And the thing about that year that I find interesting is that is the year that, looking into it, the format of radio changed because the best American president ever, Ronald Reagan, signed into or got rid of the fairness doctrine, which meant that AM radio could brainwash all of your parents and make them into fascist monsters. Also, it meant that, well, first of all, CDs were becoming a thing. And so the way people were looking at music and recording music was different because there was no more side A, side B. And at the same time, the formatting of radio changed. So rather than there being like, this is a radio channel where like we're just playing music that we like, or we're just playing hits, or we're just playing, here's, Ted's interesting radio hour. It became like country radio, hip hop radio, classic rock radio, because that and classic rock like became a thing at that time.
Yeah.
And so a lot of artists, I think, reacted to it after the fact, but during the fact, I'm going to take my meds because my brain is broken. But Eric, what do you think of those words that came out of my mouth? Jingling my keys.
I mean, he's jangling his keys. Oh, now I'm involved. Yeah,
That was for the listener, not for you.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, not just to entertain me. One of the things that's interesting about that time, that's when I started listening to the radio. And I'm not as famously, I'm not like known for my interest in popular stuff, because around that time I was probably listening to mostly
Barbershop Quartet. I'm aware.
Oh, yes. Only Baroque quartets. But no, I was listening to a lot of Christian music. I was listening to a lot of Sandy Patty and Michael Smith and Amy Grant. And it wasn't until a few years later that I started listening to, well, it was probably around then, that I was listening to the oldies. 104.3.
Like oldies, not classic rock.
No, oldies. 104.3. Yeah. And that was 50s music, 60s music. And then classic rock came when probably around a few years later, when I could drive.
Huh.
And
interesting. Usually people have the car before they're into the oldies.
Oh, well. But yeah, like listening to the oldies station was regular back then. And then once I could drive, I would listen to the classic rock station. And that's when I got into the 60s and 70s. Like, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
And looking back on it, almost no Bowie.
There was probably something folded in there, but I don't think you knew.
Right. Like, yeah, I'm like, I was familiar with the big hits from around then, but no, like when in the 80s, when I could have like been listening to these albums, definitely wasn't listening to Bowie.
Yeah. I have a thought that I have to share because I will obsess over it if I don't. I went to school with someone who was into barbershop music. He was a composition major, and he kept talking about how he wanted to write an opera. And
a barbershop opera? Our barb opera?
A barbershop opera is what my friend and I came down to. And
I like this friend. Why haven't we met yet?
I don't think he's talking to me anymore. I don't know why. And
it's because you married his wife.
I ironically it happened after I married them as a minister.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, so this guy who was into barbershop and kept talking about how he wanted to make an opera. My friend Derek and I would keep talking about it. Which like, is it going to be barbershop? And I was like, okay, well, the world's first barbershop opera. Let's think about this. It's like the plot has to involve a reason for them to go to a barbershop at all times because it's an opera. And but it can't take place in the barbershop because it'd be too easy. So
Right.
so it's what if it was just the hustle and bustle around the barbershop, and then anytime any action is about to happen or any exposition is about to take place, they're like, hold on. They run into the barbershop. Anyway,
Hello.
welcome to Bowiesplaining. So yeah, that's the 1987 piece that I was always fascinated by, but then doing this podcast gave me a reason to finally say, like, okay, well, what the hell is it about this year? And I don't know that it was like, boom, that's what happened, but I think it was the combination of MTV kind of running its course and becoming obviously just a commercial operation.
I figured you would bring in MTV at some point.
Well, because at the time when MTV came around, it was like, oh, here's this cool creative thing. It's like the way the internet is now, or AI is now, where it's just like, oh, here's this thing that came along and it's so like frontier and so cutting edge. But then of course it just becomes just corporate mush over a period of time. And we're all just like, oh, of course, why wouldn't it do that?
Right. Are there rats eating the bologna walls behind you?
There are rats, and I don't know.
They're very large rats.
They're large rats. I don't remember why.
Rodents of unusual size, if we're going to go Princess Bride here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of movies, Labyrinth also happened at about this time.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is very interesting leading into this album. So Bowie is going off of his success since Let's Dance, and then he's in a big movie. And I remember when we started this show, you mentioned something about Labyrinth, and we hadn't rewatched it yet because we did that on.
Scraping the Vault, which we could release that episode on this feed.
Yeah, we should do that because that was a great episode. I had a lot of fun on that. But you mentioned early on, like, oh, Bowie wasn't in a really great place when he did that movie, and now I'm wondering what specifically did you mean by that?
Because creatively speaking.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was the time where he was feeling adrift. He was not feeling like he had a lot of control over his career.
I looking back at it and looking at I looked at some like interview material for this, and my sense is that he didn't know that he was adrift until, like, I think the tour for this album was a wake up call for him.
The Glass Spiders tour.
Yeah, because it was a huge arena thing, and I think it's just based on vibes, because I really didn't research a whole lot for this at all. I think
it's all right. I did some research.
I think the vibe check on that is sort of like, okay, here's David Bowie, Let's Dance, Serious Moonlight Tour, big thing, like huge thing. And then, he's kind of writing on that. He possibly literally phones in the album Tonight. And then he's in Labyrinth, and he's he does Live Aid. Like, there's a lot of like a lot
Oh,
of
Live Aid. I
stuff
didn't look into
happening.
Live Aid. Oh, that's a
Yeah,
good point.
a lot of stuff happening at that time. And then this album, I think my working theory for this album is that this album, if it was released at exactly the time that Tonight was released, it would have been appreciated more and reacted to better. And possibly, that's my dog. We have 3 dogs now, by the way.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I look forward to meeting them someday.
So yeah, there's a lot of that going on. But my working theory is that this album was created, and then when it was released, the market for it was not there. He was expecting a different market because things were changing. And same thing with the tour. It was like, okay, this tour, if it directly followed the Serious Moonlight tour, it probably would have been incredible and people would have loved it. Because it was very much in the vein of like a Michael Jackson tour where it's like big production value and dancers and jazz hands.
So it wasn't successful?
It was successful in the sense that I think he sold enough tickets, but he ended up really looking like an
old man.
He was showing not his age because he was like 40 and that's super young, right?
It's younger than me.
He was showing the age of the version of him that we met in the Let's Dance era.
Okay.
And started to expire quickly. It does not hold
because
up.
arena tours, like, you can't be Harry Styles forever.
Right. It doesn't hold up. And I think that there wasn't at that point in his career, there wasn't really a concern for things holding up. It was just sort of, hey, I'm big hit time. And I think he felt the slide at some point in the Glass Spider tour during like the 5th costume change in Seattle or something. And he was like, I wouldn't watch this.
Well, and that's what it sounds like. I haven't watched any of the tour, and maybe that's another episode. But from what I've read, like, he had giant set pieces, which he has done before.
Right.
And he had multiple costume changes, which he has done before.
I think the difference here is that it was more, what are people expecting and what can I do, over I really, really want to show people what the world of Hunger City looks like,
Yeah, I mean, glam is gone.
Glam, that's the thing.
Point.
Glam is gone, but I think, and not only is it gone, people are like, they're bullying it. It's not cool. It's on its way to being the least cool thing possible, because next we're getting, well, glam then becomes like hair metal, and that's going on then. And then the divide in radio becomes, eventually at this point, we're getting on the train that will eventually get to Nirvana, not the spiritual experience, but the band. And this,
right, which is just, let's just jam on a chord and kind of mumble some lyrics.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Glass Spider tour is so not that. And the thing is, the Nirvana wasn't like, boom, this thing happened. It came, it might seem like it might have seemed like it at the time in our memory, that was just like, oh, there's this new thing where you just kind of mumble and you don't care. And then when you get to the chorus, you sing louder. But that came as a reaction to all these other things that came up to it.
Yeah.
So we were leaving the excess of the 80s was on the way out, like mid 80s.
Yeah.
And then 1987 is where people actually got the message.
Right. Well, and like I said, I all of this stuff is academic to me, because at the time, I was a kid. And I did not listen to popular music.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't learn about popular music until much later. And then it was through the lens of my parents. So the earlier stuff that I listened to, yes, was classic rock, which was which was the oldies, which was wholesome Beach Boys and Love and Spoonful and all this stuff, because that was okay to listen to, and it wasn't church music, but it was okay because they only alluded to screwing each other. But
but they said it in the nicest terms of like
the nicest ways.
Right. It wasn't my dick wants to hold your hand. It was I want to hold your hand.
Right. And then
that's right. That song's about a hand job.
Right. And then when I got to classic rock, the original classic rock of the 60s and 70s, even then they were vulgar in a very obscured way. Mama's got a squeeze box, Daddy never sleeps at night.
It's about
Stuff
her.
like
she has an
that.
accordion, and she enjoys playing it. And
Yes, she enjoys playing her
Dad
accordion.
has insomnia.
Yes. Well, she keeps playing that accordion until
Right.
all hours.
That filthy accordion.
Oh gosh. I have 2 accordions. I need to learn how to play one of them.
Yeah, you should.
One of them is named Norma.
Wow.
Yeah. It has Norma in pearl on the front of the accordion.
You definitely do need to learn how to play the accordion.
Yeah, I do. Yes. But yeah, this was like an awakening for me, listening to music where I'm like, oh gosh, sometimes they say damn in their music. Never mind that the Who say, who the fuck are you? That they sometimes didn't bleep out on the radio. Every once in a while, we'd be listening to it on the radio, and when I was working for my dad, and Joe, the guy who I generally worked with, was like, "Wait, did they have the uncensored version on here?" In the song "Who Are You?"
That's the one that we've all heard over and over
Yes.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a portion where toward the end, yeah, it's "Tell me who the fuck are you," and sometimes they just play it on the radio and they just slip it through, and it's like, wow, okay.
I just realized that the Who to me is sort of like San Diego was to me before I moved to San Diego, where it's like, if you were to tell me that it wasn't a real thing, I would probably believe you.
I've seen the Who in concert. I saw the Who in concert last year.
What? Sorry.
Third base. Second base. Second base? Was it second base?
I told you, I'm sure I shared that on this show, right? The thing that my dad did when my sister got into the Who. Every time she would talk about, like, yeah, I was listening to the Who, and he'd go, what? And she fell for it every time. It was wonderful. So it wasn't so much that it was funny that he did it. It was funny that she fell for it every single time.
I love that. And having met your sister, I love it even more.
Yeah. I'm almost certain we have talked about that, but whatever. Move on, listener.
Okay.
So we're on.
Hey, 1987.
Yes, 1987.
Following Let's Dance and Tonight.
Yeah, that tracks.
Bowie was huge, right?
Still, well, physically the same size, but he was.
No. From what I've read, he was much larger than usual. He fought Gamera.
He would grow according to his fame.
Right. He's just stomping around New York.
He's like 20 feet tall, swinging his dick around the buildings and shit.
Who will sleep with me?
Yeah, he was huge. He was famous. And I think he got the notes that people thought tonight was pretty phoned in.
Yeah.
And I suspect that that's why he actually wrote most of these songs.
That's why he was involved in this album.
And from
By the
what
way,
I
this
understand-
album is "Never Let Me Down." We haven't said the words "Never Let Me Down."
Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's a cursed word in my house. Like a cursed phrase.
Oh, no. One of the pit bulls is attacking Dan right now for saying "Never Let Me Down."
He had alluded after the fact that he thought he said that he regretted not being more involved with this album. And I think after listening to it again for the first time today, after all the time that I had, I think I understand.
It's been a month.
I think I understand what he meant by that. Also, to get back to what I was saying about the fame thing, don't worry, everybody. The meds are going to kick in real hard in like 10 minutes, and my brain's going to be back to normal. I saw an interview with him where the interviewer was kind of like saying, like, so, people are saying that this is like your sellout era, right? This was like full, David Bowie mullet, like 1987 version. And he just kind of got this look on his face, like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't think that purity and I don't think that you need to be poor in order to be pure is something along the lines of what he was saying, which I agree with, but I think at that time he kind of also knew that, like, yeah. And I can also, and he also said in that same interview something along the lines of, well, I think I found a way that I can do both the things that interest me and the things that will gain an audience. And I think having listened to this album again with that in mind, I think I'm kind of hearing what he intended, but I also feel like there are things about this that we will get into.
Okay, I've got a question that I came up with.
What's that?
That I wanna. Should I do it now or save it for later? Here, I'll just put it out there.
Okay.
Imagine being a Bowie fan in 1987.
Okay.
You go to see him perform Ziggy Stardust because you remember him from his glam period.
Okay.
And instead you're looking at a 60-foot spider while Peter Frampton is shredding guitar.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of, this is kind of his Super Bowl halftime moment, right? I mean, before the Super Bowl halftimes were cool. And I think that it would be something like that for me. It would be something like, well, I'm glad other people are getting exposed to this. I'm glad I'm getting to see him on what I'm at that point assuming will be his last tour ever.
That's fair. Okay. But yeah, he's finally enjoying his popularity again.
Yeah.
But he's trying something giant that kind of fits in with building a city as his set behind him.
I think
he doesn't feel fulfilled.
No, but I mean, having seen a VHS copy of the video, which, by the way, was apparently provided to the person that I borrowed it from by one of the dancers in the Glass Spider tour, who, if I have the person correct, is the one that he was fucking.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of cool. In a
Here, this is
weird,
how I got a copy of
in
this.
a weird sort of way. This is all according to rumor and speculation as to, okay, I know this person was this person's cousin, and that person looks like it could be her cousin. So anyway, but
Did what?
yes,
Did Bowie need the giant spider for the fucking, or what?
that's where the fucking happened.
Oh, well.
I mean, in terms of like theatricality, if it was like his Vegas residency, it would totally make sense because there
Okay.
was all sorts of stunt work and ropes and like it was
gosh.
very physical. Not those ropes. Get your mind out of the gutter. Sorry, that
Yes.
was totally me. So it was it's not to say, I mean, a lot of it was bad, but it wasn't like Tonight bad. And that's, but it's also it's just bad. To give, so when you asked your question, I was thinking, okay, well, when did I get introduced to him? If I got introduced to him like Ziggy Stardust era, I would probably look at the whole thing and be like, I mean, hopefully this is just a phase. It seems like it's getting worse, but hey, he's playing time now, so that's good.
Hey. Yeah, all right.
If I got into him like during Berlin era, I would probably just be like, well, I'm done. We're done. I can never be
This
here
guy
again.
betrayed himself.
Yeah.
He's over. He's
But
through.
I think for a lot of people, if they got into him around Scary Monsters or around Let's Dance, it probably was different. It was probably something like, okay, this seems to fit.
That's interesting because, yeah, Scary Monsters doesn't feel like that big of a shift from,
If you go backwards from this one, no, it really doesn't.
yeah, from Heroes or anything earlier.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a really good Hinge album because it really perfectly fits everything that leads up to it. And then again, backward trajectory. If you go from here back to Scary Monsters, you can kind of see, okay, that it's it's degenerating a little bit, but I can kind of see where the lines are.
Mm-hmm.
And this album has a lot. I don't know if you remember, I've referred to some things before as like certain types of songs that like that he didn't really figure out how to record them or to approach them until much later, where
Yeah.
The Next Day is an album it's like a few albums away, where
Okay.
those kinds of songs where they feel like filler or like kind of bullshitty, where it's like, what the fuck am I listening to? But like, that's kind of like, it's like the God Knows I'm Good thing, where it's just like, okay, it's a cute idea and I get where he's going with this, but why am I listening to 3 minutes of this?
Right.
There's some of those in Scary Monsters second half in spirit, but, and I think this one it's very backloaded with those kinds of songs.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
And
yeah.
then
It starts really solid, but.
I wouldn't say really solid.
Well, it starts solid.
Solid enough.
Solid enough.
Yeah.
I enjoy. The more I've listened to it, the more I enjoy this album,
That's fair.
and it's only partly because I can hear Vicky singing. Hey, Vicky.
Yeah. So there's a lot of those kinds of songs where, and those start really creeping in around Scary Monsters, where it's like, okay, I see that he's trying to do something here. but it's really not. It's taking a lot of work for me to continue listening. And a lot of these songs have that where it's just like, okay, well, if I take the production away, like
Yeah, pull out
Time
the
Will
noise
Crawl,
gates, pull out the synthesizers,
right?
pull out the weird vocals.
Like I can see what he's doing. I can see that he's trying to engage in like some social commentary, all of that, but he's not doing himself any favors in terms of it landing. Anyway, that was a very long-winded answer to your question. The meds are starting to kick in. Welcome to Bowiesplaining. I'm Dan. That's Erik. We're going to start talking
Hey,
about this album. We did talk about tonight. Now we're doing Never Let Me Down. Erik's hosting the show.
wow.
There we go.
Yeah, Dan should take his meds in the morning.
I do.
Oh, they just take a while to kick in.
No,
All right.
it's,
Dan, would you say this is Bowie at his most corporate?
most corporate. Oh, that's an interesting question.
That is a question that popped into my head. I'm like, I should ask Dan this.
Because, I mean, an argument could be made that each of these three albums is the most corporate. Separately.
Yeah, because we've talked about this for the last two albums, but he continued it here, and did it work?
So, wow. So if we're saying, okay, tonight is his most corporate, if we're talking about like the Spirit Halloween Corporation.
Okay, I get that. Yeah, he did well with Let's Dance, so then his next album was more popular.
Yeah. And I think
music.
Let's Dance is the most corporate one if it's like one of those things where it's like, this is a clever idea. Like it's like one of those things where it's just like it's kind of just waiting to it's like Disney Plus. It's one of those things where it's just like, this is something that was just waiting to happen, and of course it fits. And at the same time, the pandemic comes around, so that like it's just this perfect storm of like. And then when you look at it backwards, it's like, was it really that good of an idea,
Did we need that,
or was it just this obvious thing? And I think this one is the most corporate in the sense of like how it's like Tesla, where it's just like, oh, it really is just all a shell game. And
oh no, what a comparison. I love it.
So like it is the most fitting for the current version of corporate that we are experiencing in our world and our timeline, where it really is just like, this could be, if Phil Collins had released this album, it would have been an improvement from Sussudio.
I think I saw oh man, where did I read that? I read something about how even Bowie compared this album to Phil Collins.
Oh yeah, he calls this his Phil Collins era.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure you've seen that before,
right? Then my feelings about Phil Collins have been well documented.
Yes,
but so if I guess that's the answer. This is also a good place to put my David Sylvian analogy, because we've been following the tale of three Davids. This is when the same year also that Secrets of the Beehive came out, which is universally considered his best album.
Fantastic. I love it.
It's a great album. And it's like he came to this point where he's like, okay, I'm going to reject this pop thing and I'm going to refine my own thing. And then boom, 1987, there was no need for him to care about radio. There was no need for him to really give a shit about whether anyone ever buys an album of his. And he releases this beautiful thing. And
And
then,
everybody who was a fan or eventually became a fan.
right. It's like it's the one that people are like, oh, you need to listen to this.
Right, right. Yeah. Oh,
And then
I
this
completely
album
agree.
is the absolute inverse of that.
You've got to listen to you'll never you haven't lived if you haven't heard New York's in Love.
Oh God. All right. Sorry, I keep stepping on your host toes.
No,
What else do you have?
No. I think this has been great because most of the time I'm listening to you lecture me about things, and this time I really did some deep research. We're having a good conversation.
This is good. And then this time you get to put the token in the machine and say, like, okay, talk about this.
Clink, and the cigarettes pop out. All right. Well, hey. Let's start talking about some crap. Musicians, as Dan mentioned earlier, Peter Frampton is the lead guitar on this. They were childhood pals.
Yes, they were. And if you ever want to see some
crazy to me,
if you ever want to see some really bad improv,
oh no,
look on YouTube for Bowie Frampton in New York. They basically are going around with a microphone doing bits on the street together.
Oh, no,
it's really bad.
Neither one of them should be doing any of this.
Yeah. And another thing, did you catch that Peter Frampton was their schoolmaster? Peter Frampton's dad.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
The headmaster of their school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that's even crazier. I just know that in the 80s, Frampton was like a washout by that point.
Again, that says that's part of the image problem with this album. Is it's like, you got Peter fucking Frampton? Like, what the hell?
Right. It's not like having Robert Fripp.
Right.
Where you're like, oh, he's not that well known because Frampton Comes Alive was such a huge album.
Right.
I love Frampton Comes Alive. I learned about Peter Frampton from literally from The Simpsons. If you remember the Hullabalooza episode.
Yeah.
Sonic Youth, get out of my cooler. But I asked my dad, hey, what should I know about Peter Frampton? He's like, you got to buy Frampton Comes Alive. And so I bought the CD, and I remember listening to Frampton Comes Alive with my dad. My dog is making some weird sounds right next to her microphone.
Maybe it's. You should just say that that's your pedal on your guitar that makes you sound like a dog.
There we go. Do you feel like we do?
Yeah, Peter Frampton, I think, became a punchline at some point.
Yeah, and that's interesting to see that he's on this album because he wasn't. He had his moment, and that was the end. When I said I was going to see Peter Frampton, okay, so I said I was going to say I was going to see Peter Frampton at a local like county music thing. Mm-hmm. My friend Matt said, "What is it? Is it somebody like doing a Peter Frampton thing? Like, is it Peter Frampton?"
But it was Peter Frampton.
It was actually Peter Frampton because nobody
Yeah.
cared about Peter Frampton. Peter Frampton by that time.
That's his brother. Yeah. So you have Peter Frampton on guitar, who is, it's like saying Judge Jeanine Pirro is the next Supreme Court justice. It's like It's like, are we all expecting it to happen as a joke? Absolutely. Could it happen as a joke? Could it happen in real life? Absolutely. Would it be horrifying? 100%.
Right. But yeah, I mean, Bowie played with Robert Fripp, who was his like experimental, like Fripp fit in so well with those albums,
Right.
where he was experimental. He was working on, like, he was doing his thing that he was known for, and then to move to somebody like Frampton, who was, I mean, yeah, Frampton was known for his guitar work, but that was a decade ago.
Here's my question to you. Do you think Bowie do you think, okay, for this is kind of a multi-tiered question. First, do you think he asked Fripp? Second, no, okay, so it's kind of it's a multi-universal question here. So,
oh no,
do you think we live in the universe where he called Fripp and Fripp was like, no? Or do you think it was he picks up the phone and he's like, no. Like Bowie himself is like, he's like dials the first three numbers. He's like, what the fuck am I doing? Or do you think we're in the universe where he walks to the phone and he starts to pick it up and he's like, better not? Or do you think we're in the universe where he's like, what about no?
Oh gosh, I think Fripp initially started out where he's like, "Hey, let's get this Fripp guy in here," and after a few albums, I think that's when Fripp was like,
"Yeah, you don't need to call for like I saw that I noticed you didn't ask me to be on this album. I'm glad you didn't."
Right. I think that sounds more likely than anything else.
So we talked about Mike Garson. He appeared on our show the first time around Aladdin Sane, which, by the way, we could potentially get him as a guest.
I was gonna say, did we get Mike Garson?
No,
let's give him a call.
And you asked, how long does this guy stick around? And I say he sticks around for a while, but then we lose him in the 80s. Mm-hmm. And I think your response was like, "Oh, no." It's like, I think there was a period in the 80s where he was just not like
not interested.
He had caller ID on and he was not answering.
Oh no! I heard about what you're working on. No, thank you.
It's like, you really don't need me at all, do you? You got this, right? Okay.
Oh, experimental. We're not experimenting anymore. We're just playing stadium rock. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So Peter Frampton, and on top of it, you have Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke? How is Mickey Rourke involved in this?
He's on Shining Star.
Oh my goodness.
He's the other voice that raps, doing air quotes.
Oh my goodness. Vicky, why do you like this song?
So, you're in 1987. You're at the record store back when the record stores existed. You're like, oh, David Bowie has a new album out. That's so great. I hope it's better than Tonight. Let me see what's going on this, because I know I got burned from Tonight because I didn't read the track listing and they were all a bunch of fucking Iggy Pop songs and they weren't good. Right. So I'm gonna read the track listing. Okay, written by Bowie, kind of a weird name, but we're written by Bowie. That's fine. Okay, well, who's on this? Peter Frampton and Mickey fucking Rourke. The fuck is this?
He's listed on it? I totally missed this. Wow.
So I think, and this is probably, this is probably 1992-ish, around there. I was talking to my mom, or I think it was my mom, about how, like, I really wanted to go to Rhino Records in Claremont, California, which I lived in Claremont. It's a legendary place. It's kind of like KROQ.
I lived in Claremont
in LA. It's so I would go there every once in a while and I'd just be like, I want to get some new music. And I would go and they'd have a 99-cent bin or, used records or whatever. And I was saying, like, I really want to go to Rhino. And she said, you're spending all this money on music. You could just go to the library and they have music there. And mind you, this was before the library had access to like so many things. It was really
before libraries were cool.
Right. And my initial response, and I think I probably said this out loud, was, but it's like music for library people. Who wants that? And she's like, I kind of get what you're saying. And like, it's like the kid that, like, when you go over to their house, they're like, all we watch is PBS. And you're like, well, okay,
why do you have a TV?
That's kind of cool. And then, like, you actually see what that is. You're like, ew. All of your toys are learning toys too. What's wrong with you?
This is the most advanced speak and spell I've ever seen.
Right. This thing's made out of wood. So I went to the library and she was like, I know what you mean, but like, you can probably find something that is something interesting or something that you're already into. Okay, fine. So I go to the library and I go through the CDs, the trash, old people music, boring. And then I go to the cassettes and I'm like, okay, well, scan. David Bowie, Never Let Me Down. Okay. That's interesting. I think I know I have liked Bowie before. I pull it out. I see the cover. I'm like, this looks dumb.
we need to talk about the font. By the way, I want our show image for this episode to be based on that dumbass font.
I'll see what I can do. So I pull and I'm like, I have to take this home. I don't know if it's worth the risk to borrow this because I have to take it home to listen to it. And I believe first track, I'm like, oh, okay, I know this. This was a single. Second track, not so bad. Okay, let me try the second side. And then it was like, nope.
Where does the second side start? Is it Glass Spider or Shining Star?
I think it might start with Glass Spider, which I did like as a kid, and we'll get into that. Because I have I have such an odd, very specific to me defense of this track. But then when we get to Shining Star, I'm just like, what the fuck is this? I'm like 13 years old and I know this sucks.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, Brandy just got home. So before we start on the tracks, I think I'd like to pause for a moment and go say hi to her. And I'll be right back. Okay. I don't know what you're going to do in the interim.
I guarantee it's going to involve wax cylinder music.
Nice.
The movie that has no limit to evil. We're listening to radio trailers for drive-in movies.
Oh, all right.
We learned about
cruelty knows no bounds.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Knows no limits. Revenge strikes with its most frightening power.
We'll get back. Eric will get back to you in a second, but I want to just clear up for this listener. It looks like, what was it? Jessica, the
Miss
pregnant
Jessica
lady?
is pregnant.
Miss Jessica is pregnant. Yeah. Looks
Spring
like
night, summer night.
Looks like the movie was changed to spring night, summer night. I see. So that is an independent drama film directed, co-written, and co-produced by Joseph L. Anderson, a film professor from Ohio State University.
Hang on. Franklin Miller co-produced as well as co-wrote alongside Doug Rapp.
It's a sexploitation version. Oh no, a sexploitation version was restructured from the film's contents. Oh.
They released it twice?
I didn't know they did that shit. Oh my God.
So they recut it to make it a sexploitation film.
Oh shit. You know what this means? This means that like there's probably more of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Okay. This is a whole. Sorry, Eric. I just put boobies on the screen. Didn't mean to.
Oh no, nudity. There it is again.
I need to find. That means that there are sexploitation versions of at least. This can't be the only thing, right?
That had to have been something that they did in the 60s.
Oh my God.
Recutting movies and like, hey, now you can watch it the good way.
This might be when we get through all the Bowie albums, this might be our next podcast.
I'm in.
All right. I'm going to stop sharing. Oh my God. All right. Eric, you're back.
I'm back. Brandy says hi.
Hi. To the listeners or to me or to both?
No, to you. She doesn't care about the listeners.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, listeners.
Well, if you, listener, would like to make her feel guilty.
She just yelled from the other room, I do care.
Okay, well, there you go. As
all right,
thanks
she does
for
care
Brandy
about
caring,
listeners.
you can join our Patreon for $2 a month, $1 for each of us. Eventually, we'll figure out how to use it.
Yeah, eventually we'll give you something for that, other than just letting you.
It's going to be a mother load at some point.
We've got a backlog of really nice PowerPoint presentations that Dan has put together.
Yep, that's true. Mm-hmm. Okay, Eric's still eating his popcorn. Where were we on this? We talked about Peter Frampton, Mickey Rourke, library music.
Peter Frampton.
Frampton, how it was probably assumed that just optically this album was. It's clear. It's like you know we're like like the third sequel for Star Wars where it's like somehow Palpatine returned and you're just like, okay, come on.
The dead speak.
Yeah, the dead speak. And like it's just like, okay, we knew that this was kind of the deal, but at least try. Or like the war with Iran, where it's just like you didn't even diddle the didn't even like put your finger in the hole at all. You're just like, hey, we're doing it now.
Yep. Hey. Oh, all right. Let's accept it.
Like, look, we knew that like manufacturing consent was a thing. R.I.P. Noam Chomsky morally, but like it. At least give us the theater. At least give us the optics. I think that was the case with this album to some extent, where it's just like, it's just you have dancers because the other guy has dancers. You have the thing because like why not? And
well, we'll have to talk about the stage show at some point here.
He's on roller skates in the video to Day In, Day Out.
Oh gosh.
It's just like there was no one around, I think, at this point where they're just like, David, Tony Visconti, remember him?
Oh, Tony.
Have you thought of calling? He will answer your phone. He will answer your call.
Absolutely.
Just
oh gosh, who produced this? David Richards.
From Seinfeld.
Well, okay. Well, hey, let's kick it off here. Day In, Day Out, like you were saying. Pretty positive sounding song about a woman who is struggling with addiction.
Yeah, it's she apparently was abandoned as a child. I think there's implication that she could be a minority-ish
Maybe. Yeah.
because it says when you're under the USA, someone rings a bell and it's all over.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it could just be poverty, but that doesn't. I feel
But
like he's kind of circling that drain a little bit.
it's like generic poverty.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe I was just super racist on accident, and I apologize if I was. But
No, it's okay.
I mean,
I like
everyone's.
the way you're leaning on the baloney wall.
Yep. Oh, it's still. Hold on.
Oh, he's taking a bite out of the baloney wall. Oh.
Mm.
Or he's making out with it. um, but yeah, it just felt like that sort of song that was popular in the 80s. Like, let's point out homelessness.
Yeah, and I think that what's missing there is that he actually means it. I mean, he has been taking on these issues, at least with MTV interviewers, and at least with some of the music. Like, I mean, China Girl kind of goes not into poverty but into imperialism, in a very sincere and clever way. I think this is the first time that I can think of, I know I'm probably wrong, that he's just telling you this is a thing about the thing. And when does Another Day in Paradise come out? Let me see. The Phil Collins atrocity.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Another,
I'm like, what are you talking about?
Another Day in
Yeah.
Paradise.
I don't know. I mean, it's a song that plays well, but I don't know. Once you finish looking that up, I'm sure you know how well it did on MTV because I never knew stuff like that when I was a kid.
1989.
Okay.
It's extremely possible that it was. It's extremely possible that Phil Collins was like, oh, what if I did this but like made it softer? It's not a bad. It falls into me, and to me, it falls into that Diamond Dogs category of like there are parts of it that want to be good, but then about halfway through, I'm just like, I think this song might be 40 minutes long.
Okay.
And again, I think that this is one of those that if he were more involved with the production and the recording and everything, like get rid of the trumpets, put in something else, get rid of Peter Frampton, put in Peter Fripp,
Senator Fripp.
Like make some changes, and I think this is at least a better song, if not.
It sounds like he's making it for the stadium.
Oh yeah, no, that's a really good point.
All the background singers, it sounds like he's set up to have like a choir behind him.
I never thought of that. I never thought about this album being written for the tour. And it makes so much sense if you think about it that way.
Oh, finally I'm contributing to this podcast.
No, that makes a ton of sense. If you're thinking about it from the point of view of, okay, these are our set piece songs.
Right.
Day in, day out is, I mean, hell, he could actually have the roller skaters. When did Andrew Lloyd Webber, not Oregon Express?
Starlight Express.
Starlight Express. This is the episode where I look up a bunch of stuff. Stop that. Okay. Starlight Express. Oh, if this is close, we're so there. Okay. Starlight Express.
Who inspired whom?
Starlight Express is a 1984 musical with music by Andrew Lloyd Webber and music by some dude. It tells the story of a young but obsolete steam engine. It's actually about a train, and it's awesome.
Oh my goodness! What a weird nightmare that musical is.
I think my parents saw it in Vegas, or they know someone who saw it in Vegas. And one of the things that I remember most about it is they like didn't let you leave until the show was over, and they were very clear about that. They're like, okay,
really?
once you sit down, you're here. You can't leave because it wouldn't be safe because there's people roller skating all through aisles and everything.
Oh no, up and down the aisles.
Yeah. And apparently several people like refused to stay because they're like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this.
I've got a reservation at Spago.
Yeah. I thought this was the boob show. What the hell? So yeah, that's entirely possible. That is entirely possible that at this point in his career, he's like, fuck it. I got Peter Frampton. We could just have people on roller skates. Like, people are into that.
Wow.
So day in, day out. And then the next one that also fits. Sorry, did you have more for day in, day out before I move forward with this?
Oh, not really. Like,
Okay.
there's not a lot to it. It just seems very arena-y.
And we don't need the money honey thing twice. Once is enough. Once is more than enough, as a matter of fact.
And then we go to Time Will Crawl.
Right. Which again
has a similar sound.
I don't normally do this, but I can do this without the audio because I want to show you the video to Time Will Crawl because it's this theory is standing up. Time will crawl.
I mean, Time Will Crawl does kind of work.
It's not a terrible song. Again, I think with a better production sensibility, I think this is actually a pretty strong song. Mm-hmm. I mean, imagine him playing it. Imagine it being like an acoustic thing.
Okay.
It would be.
That would be nice.
I think it'd be good.
Because I mean, everything in this album is overproduced.
It's on mute, so we don't have to worry about being.
Oh, there.
I mean, you can probably hear it in your head. Those
I
are the very dancers
what's
from
going on.
the tour.
Oh, look at these dancers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, they're svelte.
And this is some of the choreography that was in the tour itself. Now, that doesn't mean that our theory about it being the album being written for the tour is like proven, but it's like I'm just showing you that like it fits. I'm thinking that we're thinking about choreography and staging before we're thinking about content.
Interesting. They're flying a lady around the room.
Yeah. The one in the background is the one that he was allegedly stuping.
Oh, okay. Not the one that he's holding by the boobs?
No.
With the giant sunglasses.
Peter Frampton plugging in his voice box thing. Yeah, lots of ropes and chains and like there's, I mean, and the choreography itself it's pretty cool. He's doing a lot of his own stunts. It's
as if they're rehearsing for the stage show.
Well, at this point they clearly are, but I do think that it's just there's a defined thing going on here that I think comes back from his mime days of like, oh God, Erik, your theory is so good because here we are. I may as well leave it going because here we are. Like he has this big success with Let's Dance. Time sucks. Everyone knows it. Sorry, Tonight sucks. Everyone knows it, but like it still makes money. And here he is, and this goes back to that interview thing where he's like, I think I figured out a way to do the things that I want to do and get an audience at the same time. what if this was what if, holy shit, what if the tour was the thing where you're just like, look, I have this mime background. What if I did this thing that like really showcased that? The songs, like, I don't really give a shit about the songs anymore. No one seems to give a shit about the songs. But what if I make this thing that is nothing but theatricality, nothing but the show being the show?
Right, and he can work in some deep lyrics that nobody cares about.
Right.
If he wants to.
So you put out this album with like 4 songs that are, really well thought out and pretty good comparatively, that totally fit the stage show idea. And then they, just pad it with some other tracks. I mean, they bought Tonight. Why not?
Right.
Like, it's not even about
Thanks,
that. At this point, it's not even about the music. It's about the image. It's about the staging or the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I think, okay, so this, maybe he was actually reading the room better than I'm giving credit for, and saying like, look, the music industry is not really a music industry anymore. This is shit.
Right. It's all MTV at this point.
Right. So what if I engage with the music industry in the only ways that are still interesting to me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's doing the story of the time, so poverty, homelessness, drug addiction, like that was what was going on in the 80s. Like that's what the deep people were singing about.
That makes so much more sense than just he kind of just didn't care.
Wow.
By the way,
I've offered some opinions here.
By the way, if the audio of this gets fucked up, I'll take it out. But have you heard the Loving the Alien acoustic version?
No.
All right, I might just, listener, I'm going to
didn't know it existed.
You're gonna experience
go ahead and cut it.
You're gonna
out,
experience an abrupt cut because we're gonna do that.
We don't want to get sued by Iman.
Well, and there's also a really good chance that the audio is just gonna get fucked up. So, but yeah,
man, that's good.
Okay, listener, we're back after Erik said, "Man, that's good." Yeah, and this, I really discounted his '80s work until I heard this version a few years ago. And I was just like, I didn't think about this. Maybe some of these songs are actually really good, but they're getting lost in for lack of a better
production
word,
and the MTV and yeah.
And so if all you're thinking about, if all their focus is on the presentation, because that's all anyone's paying attention to anyway,
mm-hmm.
then like you said, you can hide these little hidden gems in there that, maybe you revisit them, or maybe they're you have to put something in there for your own sanity.
This guy was probably smarter than all of us.
I totally agree with you. And that's why I mean, I'm at this point where it's like, okay, assuming that was the idea, I'm going to write these songs for the tour, which again makes the most sense of all of this. Then I'm thinking, okay, well, was that a good move? What would if he wanted to do Berlin stuff, would people even care? Would they notice? Would they I don't know. We were both children at that time. So
right. And this is the time
very young
where
children, by the way. I just want to make it clear. We were very young children at that time.
-17. But it seems like this is when the music industry was changing to a point where the tour was what made you money. The album didn't, because the label made all the money off the album.
Right. Oh, and he knew that better than anyone. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So much is unlocking here. So, okay, Time Will Crawl.
Time Will Crawl. Seen from what I've read, inspired by Chernobyl, which is interesting. But it's apocalyptic, and I like it. It's like day in, day out, where it's got a good rhythm. It's got a good, it's tight. The guitar work from Frampton works out really well.
The trumpet, oddly enough, does a lot of heavy lifting for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Who's playing that trumpet?
Or it could be, I bet it's a flugelhorn.
A flugelhorn. Because it wasn't Bowie. He was... Erdal...
Oh, Earl, because
yes, I don't know how to say his last name.
Erdal, Erdal, bunch of consonants in a row,
and weird accents over and under those letters.
I think he's Turkish. Not that it matters. Just,
that would make sense.
The reason I had that reaction is he kind of sticks around. I think he appears at around this time, and he sticks around at least. He pops in here and there, and he's very much involved in an album, depending on how we record this, 2 or 3 albums away, called Buddha of Suburbia, which I think is one of the most underrated albums of all time.
Okay.
Yeah, he plays a bunch of instruments.
Oh, can't wait.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, we have a friend that comes back on that album.
Oh,
I'm not going to say who.
Oh, is it one of our favorite Tonys?
It's one of the good Tony does make a comeback, but some other people start coming back too.
Okay.
When we're done with this period.
Nice.
All
right, let's keep moving.
I'll take your phone call.
Beat of your drum.
No, thank you.
My initial response to Dan when on my first listen was just a listing of every track and the word no following each one. But I've started to like it more the more I listen to it.
It's fine.
It's 80s. It doesn't do anything for me lyrically. It just seems like pop.
I
don't know.
I feel like I want to see, while listening to it, I want to see images of like freshly grilled patties landing on a burger and like lettuce and tomato and then a little jizzy thing of sauce and another bun. And then
little
fries,
slow motion Wendy's
and fries
commercial.
getting tossed and someone like swooping it in like, here you go.
That sounds good to me. Never Let Me Down. I mean, the chorus is kind of like it's got some good stuff. It just doesn't. Never let me down. Like it just. The thing I like is the weird. After he sings "Never Let Me Down," that like yeah. That 80s thing. That vocal hit that's kind of it. I mean, it's cheesy, it's overproduced, but it's kind of fun. It fits, I think, for the era.
I don't know if this is gonna make me even less cool to our listeners. I like this song.
Yeah, they don't. I don't know that anybody thinks you're cool. It's okay.
No, I said that's why I said even less cool. I kind of like the song because, first of all, it has that.
It's distinctive.
Immediately followed by a late 80s slap bass. So you get you get
Bump,
one.
dump,
It's like,
dump.
oh, I'm getting
Bum,
everything I
bum,
want
bum.
out of this. Yeah, bum, bum, bum. Oh, fuck yeah, 80s are happening.
Right. Go, Erdal.
Yeah.
However you say your name.
Do you know anything about who or why or what this song is about?
I read something about Coco Schwab.
Yes. Yes, we've been kind of talking about her here and there,
Yeah.
knowing that this would happen. Um, it's a very sincere song about or to or for this woman who basically saved his life several times.
So his assistant, who like this is a like she passed, and this is a tribute to her,
No,
or
I think she's actually still alive, but this was just like
so it's just a tribute.
it's just straight up like, hey, none of this would be happening if it weren't for you.
So it's loyalty. It's
Yeah.
you have been my loyal friend through all of this stuff.
Yeah.
You've never let me down. Okay.
So
I like that.
it takes on a little bit. I mean, I wish it was on a better album. Which, by the way, we have to make this joke. We're legally obligated. This is such an ironic name for the album. Anyway, because it was a letdown. That's the joke.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
All right. Zeros.
Okay.
Is this a reference to Heroes, or do you have more to say?
No.
about Never Let Me Down?
I'm just you stepping on the joke. By the way, perfectly. It just needed that little button of okay.
Yep, moving on. Is Zeros at all a reference to Heroes?
I think it's supposed to be. I think it's. I really think
Because I want it to be, but I don't get it if it is.
no. I think it's the. I think this is the extent. This is the extent of it, and I think it's also backed up by the beep 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 in there, because that's a reference to Lodger.
Oh, okay.
Or not Lodger, to Low. Like I said, I think I said this in Low, or possibly Lodger. I think it was Lodger that this came up, where it's like we're getting to a point where he's starting to quote himself musically
Right.
and otherwise, and
Right.
sometimes it lands. Sometimes it's just like it's like that same feeling you get where it's like, hey, I'm Paul McCartney. I have a new album coming out, and then you have to listen to it. I'm gonna play this song now. It's a brand new song, and it's just like, remember when we were in the Beatles? And it's another song about him and John fucking Lennon. Like that's because it's just like that's,
or like every Beach Boys song that has come out for the last several decades.
Like, hey, remember when we did this?
They're all dead now.
And Mike Love's just like, I win.
John Stamos is my best friend now.
So, yeah, I think I really do think that it was just. I think it's just I have this idea. What if I come up with a song called Zeros? Because I had that song called Heroes. And wouldn't that be cute?
People liked that one, didn't they?
I going back to your theory, which is again, I think it's really solid. I think he has like 4 songs, maybe 3 songs plus "Never Let Me Down," which I think was a sincere effort, and probably it was just waiting for. That feels like the kind of song that was.
But
just
never let me down. Yeah, it sounds like he didn't phone that one in.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
and I think that it was just kind of like it was waiting for one of those things where it's just like, okay, at some point I'm going to have a place on an album where I can put this track.
Right.
And I think this one's like, may as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So using your theory, I think we have Glass Spider, Day In, Day Out, Time Will Crawl, and then, okay, I also have Never Let Me Down. That's like half the album. Cool. Now I just have to come up with like 4 to 5 more tracks, and they're just sitting there, him and Peter Frampton. I don't know why I'm imagining them on the toilet together, and they're just like, what do we do now?
Do they have the love toilet from SNL?
Yes.
Do you remember the commercial?
Yeah. And I feel like one of them was just like, okay, well, let's look at your old stuff. Okay, there's, what I thought was really funny is if you, I've been talking about like this feels like a Peter Frampton idea. It's just like, hey, what if you had a song called Zeros? You get it? Because you did Heroes. You get it? What if we did that? And I could have my guitar, and he's like, nope, no talking guitar. Peter, stop it. Yeah. Peter, we can do Zeros. Your guitar is not talking on this album, okay? Maybe the tour, maybe.
Oh my goodness. But I'm known for it.
Put that thing away.
I still have the box.
Get that straw out of your mouth right now. I know it. I know what that straw does. Put it down. You think I don't know?
Sonic Youth, get out of my...
Like they're recording.
Get out of my cooler.
Recording, and he sees Peter like play guitar. He kind of like looks over at the box of the straws, and he's like, "Stop it! You look away from that thing."
Bowie kicks it across the stage. No. He fires the roadie who set it up.
Okay, Coco, has he agreed to not bring the talk box thing?
Right.
Well,
Don't want it.
We talked about it, and he said he can't play without it.
It's ruining his teeth, and I hate it. I have heard that it like destroyed his teeth.
I don't know why I like hearing that. That shouldn't make me happy, but it does. I mean,
oh gosh, Glass Spider.
Yeah, thank you.
So he thought that this was like a real story?
I don't know. What do you?
According to what I've seen, Bowie believed that this was a real story about a glass spider that lived in the desert, and it built glass-like webs, and it killed its prey with sound vibrations. But there is no such spider. So did Bowie misremember something he heard? Did he hear a myth, or was he just on drugs?
He was not on drugs at this time. And by the way, I want to give myself credit.
But it could have been an old memory from when he was on drugs.
Yeah, the song, it says, according to my AI overview, focuses on themes of abandoned children and motherly figures. I don't see anything about it being, what's the story behind Christmas Spider? Yeah. I want to give myself credit for not making a joke about how perhaps he should have been on cocaine during this time and how it might have made the album better. That's not a good joke to make, and nor is it one that I have ever made on internet forums, specifically Teenage Wildlife.
Oh, okay.
With regularity, by the way. I did not make those jokes with regularity because I knew better at the time.
Of course.
I like this song.
You like it?
I like his song.
You like the song?
I
think it's funny that it leads off with the narration about the glass spider.
Okay.
But then the rest of the song it reminds me of Labyrinth.
Yes.
And I like that.
So
it's like he's going back to his theatricality.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird, but it's something that could work in a stadium, or it could just be him doing something weird again that I kind of like.
Yeah. I think definitely would work, and it probably has worked as like the opening for a tour. Like this is the first track, and then it leads to just endless noodling by Peter Frampton, and dancers going boo, boo. Um,
60-foot
yeah,
set piece.
and he's inside of it, by the way, for part of the tour because it's clear,
really?
because it's
I
glass.
can't wait to watch one of
it's
these.
like clear
videos.
inside. I mean, it's so. This is me at the library. You know, I have the tape from the library, and I take it home, and I turn it over, and I listen to. I believe this is the first track on the second side, and I was just like, "Oh, this is my shit," because it's like needlessly epic, and it has the synth strings. This is so specific and so dumb.
The synth.
So people, the 3 or 4 people who are like 3 or 4 listeners who are very aware of my like musical formation from Dan Hates the Beatles up to this moment. The synth strings are the exact same patch as The Secret Life of Plants synth strings, which is a Stevie Wonder album that I adored as a child. I still do, but it's an embarrassment. Like it's there was a time in my life where I was like, you need to listen to this album. It's amazing. And then now it's more like there's this kind of weird album that you might be, I mean, it's kind of embarrassing in some parts, but it's kind of good.
People like it.
Yeah.
People like it.
Yeah. And I still stand by that. If you're in the mood for like I'm going to go on a voyage that sometimes makes me go, what the fuck am I listening to? Secret Life of Plants is that album for you in all the ways. But this thing, this had the exact string patch from that album that I loved so much, and I was just like, someone's using it. It's the best because it's this wonderful, specific, clearly synthetic. Like you can hear the FM modulation like spinning around in the sound waves, and it's not convincing at all. But it's also so precise to what it's supposed to be that there's no question I'm supposed to hear this as a synth, and it's completely tied in to this like period of time where people were just dicking around with synths. So on top of that, there's this thing where, okay, Eric, imagine the song in your mind, or your mind palace. Now, think about like I'm in a movie theater. It's 1987 or 1986. All I know is that there's like puppets in it and special effects and like heroic shit with weird, like, you know, maybe some sci-fi involved. And it opens up and there's like that 80s like foggy thing where it's like dark, and it's like, I bet we're about to fly through that fog. I bet we're gonna fly through that fog, and then we're gonna go to a magical place. And there's like that 80s like adventure fantasy sci-fi font. It's just like Butthole Pictures presents James Jackass presentation of Tom Bovine film or whatever, and it's like Glass Spider. and so he's telling the story, and it's like that weird foggy like we're still, but I know we're gonna do some fucking dolly shit, or we're gonna dolly through that fog into a magical like landscape, and then as soon as the tempo kicks up, boom, we're flying through the fog. We're flying over hills. It's dolly as fuck. Everything's a miniature. There's like there's Atreyu on his horse for some reason, and that's
they're running. They're not sinking into the bog at all.
Flying. I'm going up to this thing. It's like I'm on a kuka arm, but I don't know what that is yet. And it's and this song, there's no way anyone could immediately go there with this, and there's no way that was the intent.
Oh, no.
Every time I listen to him, like, oh fuck, I want to see that movie.
It is very. It is set up so cinematically, and that's what made me think of Labyrinth. Like, oh, he just finished Labyrinth, and he's like, I want to do a song like that.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe there was a sense of like, hey, this is the thing that happens. I mean, maybe that is the point. I don't know, but it's one of those things. It's sort of like the Secret Life of Arabia. My theory that it's the end credits for the heroes. And it only works if you think about it that way. And I don't know that he thought about it that way, but holy shit, does it really work if you think about it that way? Same thing with this. Without that as like a possible reason for it being how it is, it's not good. But if you're me, 1980, 1992, 93, listening to side 2 on your giant speakers.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I skipped over Girls.
Is that a song?
It's on the Japanese album.
Oh. Yeah, I think we can leave that. That's probably a...
Okay.
We're only doing American.
Okay. The one that the album that's on iTunes is the Japanese version where he sings in Japanese the song Girls, which apparently was also covered by Tina Turner.
Huh, yeah. Well, they were buddies at that time.
Okay. If you don't have thoughts on that, we'll keep moving.
I do have thoughts, but they're all pixelated.
Ooh. Shining Star.
Oh, God. So,
Making My Love.
Episode's over, right? Basically.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it's not a strong side 2. It's a little funky. It's fine. New York's in Love.
Hold on. We need to spend time on this one.
Oh, okay.
Because
what do you have to say about Shining Star?
Look. For it to be one of someone's favorite songs is noteworthy, is all I'm going to say.
Oh, okay.
Because we know somebody.
Oh.
Who this is one of their favorite songs.
Oh, you know what? You're right. That's that is something that I neglected to write down in my notes because she has quoted this song extensively.
When I found this out, my initial thought was like it's a bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I asked them, I said, like, okay, you mean like this is a bit because it's a really funny bit if this is what this is, and I want to give you credit for that. They're like, no, it is actually one of my favorite David Bowie songs. And then I was like, the one on Never Let Me Down. Yes. The one with Mickey Rourke where they kind of rap, but not really. Yes. In fact, I know this entire rap by heart. Would you like me to sing it? I said, no. And they proceeded to do that. While making
and she has done so in my presence multiple times.
While making eye contact the entire time. Nothing. I know it's wrong for that moment to have made me question this person's judgment about everything. Like musically, all of it. Like and it's not fair. Like but
it's got a good beat.
I am how I am, and it doesn't mean they're always wrong about things or anything like that. But like in that moment, I was just like, there's no way that this isn't a. You know, every song is someone's favorite song in theory, right? But not this one.
Man.
Like it's like if someone were to say like, no, I really think 7 Up is preferable to Sprite. It's like, what? And that's not even like a Hydrox situation. It's just like it's there are certain things. It's like someone saying, you know what, Hunt's ketchup is the superior ketchup on all counts. Anyway, I think I've done enough damage there. So
Okay. Yeah, this person will have things to say to us.
Yes.
The next time we meet. Oh gosh. New York's in Love.
Mm-hmm.
The last 3 songs on this, I just don't have a lot of thoughts about.
No, I've been spending a lot of time at, not a lot, but more time lately at the Shakey's Bunch of Lunch Buffet, as you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go for the chicken. It's not great, but it's good. Put some gravy on it. Depending on how
fried
fresh
or grilled.
Both. They have both fried
okay.
and grilled. And both are good. I recommend dipping the grilled in the gravy because everything's good. I recommend dipping everything in gravy.
No, of course.
Salad, depending on how fresh the ingredients are, can be good, but that's kind of on you.
Mm-hmm.
Potatoes are not bad. Again, gravy. Put the gravy on it. But don't touch the pizza.
Okay.
It's bad. And the spaghetti. I mean, okay, so the pizza's disappointing because you're at a place that should have good pizza, right? So you're like, oh, that sucks.
It's in the title, yeah.
So I feel like a lot of this is, the 3 or 4 tracks that thought were put into. That's like the Mojo potatoes and the chicken and possibly the salad, depending on how fresh it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest is like, you have some tracks that are kind of like the pizza where it's like, you kind of, there's no way you could have known. But these last tracks, it's the fucking spaghetti. Like, when has buffet spaghetti ever been good?
Yeah, you can make spaghetti at home. Why would you eat that at a buffet?
Right. Buffet spaghetti is always bad. At the best, it's like, oh, this isn't as bad as usual. But if you've had the pizza, the salad, the Mojo potatoes, and the chicken, and you still go for the buffet spaghetti, there's something wrong with you.
Just get more salad.
Get more salad. You could put put spaghetti sauce on the chicken. Why not?
There you go.
Don't touch that pasta.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That's kind of what the rest of this album. The rest of the album.
Yeah.
Is,
I've listened to it a bunch of times. Like I said earlier, I fell asleep the last time I was listening to it.
Like part of me is just like, are there more tracks, or is it just a long, like, fart?
Yeah, I mean, literally, after Shining Star, which I look forward to because of our friend and her love for that song.
I mean, yeah, it's fun for that reason, but
yeah, it does actually improve my listening enjoyment to that song because I'm like, she loves this song. This is,
and I mean, again,
it's not bad. It's just weird.
I mean, and rhythmically, there's some kind of interesting stuff going on. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not to be fair, it's not an atrocious. It's the pizza at the salad at the Shakey's Bunch of Lunch.
But yeah, after that, I'm like, this album still had more.
Right. It's like
New York's in Love, 87 and Cry, Bang Bang. Bang Bang is an Iggy Pop song. I think we're done.
Let's see. Okay, New York's in Love. Okay, yeah. It's it's just a lazier rewrite of Time Will Crawl. 87 and Cry. That's where we get to watch Peter Frampton eye fuck the straw. I mean, look, listeners, if you're expecting us to, okay, let's say some things about each track so that we can say that we did. New York's in Love.
New York's in Love
has it's guitar. There's guitar in it, and it feels like it sounds like it feels like it possibly wants to be dangerous. I think, or I could be mistaking it for one of the other two.
87 and Cry feels a little dangerous, but I think that's just because he sings about a homeless person.
Yeah.
An unhoused person.
Unhoused. A person experiencing unhousement. And
then there's Bang Bang.
It's just, you know what? I'm going to say something positive about it, potentially. Maybe Comedy
it was an
Bang
Iggy
Bang.
Pop song.
It's an Iggy Pop song. Maybe Comedy Bang Bang got its name from it. There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Big question. We did it. As usual, this episode is longer than it feels like for me. Hopefully, it doesn't feel like that for the listener or for you, Eric. Here's the big
only
question.
2 hours. I've done longer.
I know. Here's the big question. Do we do Tin Machine next? And I have more to say about this, but I want to hear your first thoughts. Do we do Tin Machine next or Black Tie, White Noise? I want to hear your initial answer, and then I will follow up with thoughts that might change your answer.
I think because this album drove David Bowie to Tin Machine, we should do Tin Machine.
That's fair.
I think narratively,
okay,
we should do Tin Machine.
Okay, that's fine. We can do Tin Machine next. I will not do Tin Machine 2 because it's just dragging it out to it's bad. Which I understand is a cheat in some ways, because if we're going to do Tin Machine, we should do Tin Machine 2. That's like, it's like butt
Patreon
stuff for
only?
me. It's a hard line. What's up?
Patreon only? Give something for the fans who give us $2 a month. One for each of us.
Oh my God. That would... I might become a different person.
I've never listened to it, so obviously I don't know what I'm getting into.
Here's the thing. I actually, and this was my follow-up thing. If you were going to say no to Tin Machine, I think you might enjoy Tin Machine. And that's not a like backhanded way for me to say like, you like bad shit.
Thank you.
I think you're more inclined to engage with it charitably than I am.
Because there were parts of this album that I enjoyed. Certainly not the end.
I mean, it's really objectively not bad. It's just not, I'm not into it. It's not my thing. And I think that I tried listening to some of it just as a sort of trial run. And there were parts of it where I'm just like, I don't like this. Like subjectively, I don't like this, but it's actually not bad. And I think Erik might like it.
Okay. Well, we'll find out.
We will find out. And so will you, listener.
Yeah.
On the next. What's this?
Bowiesplaining.
Bowie.
Scraping the Bowie.
Scraping the Bowie. Yeah, and I'll package Labyrinth for this feed at some point.
Okay.
I'm in the middle of work hell, so.
Yeah.
But not for long.
Oh.
Anyway, listener, thank you for joining us. Join our Patreon. Iman, if you're still listening, thank you. Please give us the rights to everything. But just the Bowie stuff. We don't need everything. We don't need Star Trek.
I mean, that would be cool too. I
That
don't
would be
think
cool.
she owns the rights to her likeness in Star
Have you
Trek,
tried
but-
watching Into Darkness since the last time since when it was out? I was
Yeah.
about to say since the last time you watched it.
Since the last time I watched it, no.
It's not good.
I wish it was better. It felt impactful at the time, but it was also like, oh, 9/11 vibes.
Yeah, I think my issue with it is it's like when it came out, I was like, you know what? This is actually it's actually kind of good, and it's kind of nice to see Spock kind of be a badass. And then post finding out how much of a charlatan J.J. Abrams is, I watched a little bit of it and was like, oh, this is dumb.
The first one was great.
Yeah, first one was good.
I still watch that with some frequency.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for listening. I should have hit end a long time ago, but I'm gonna hit the button now. Bye bye. We love you.